Hello, welcome to another game of StarLadder Season 6, day number 14. We are here with not one, not two, but three casters. Well, not really casters, to be fair. We have got two casters and a statsman, that's right. And for this time, I'll introduce the statsman first. So, for the stats today, we are having K-poptosis. So you're gonna be seeing all kinds of inside info about games, about teams, about stats, about everything in the game, and it's all coming from him. Of course, the vocal supports are here as well. It's me, Sheever, as well as Vykromond, my co-caster, once again. Welcome back.
Thanks, it's good to be back. Pretty excited for this game. VP, of course, you have to say that they're favored. They're sort of a team that's regarded as overall higher tier, but Power Rangers are very surprising. They come out with extremely weird drafts sometimes, and of course, VP have had a tough day so far. I think 0-3 in games today. They did very, very well yesterday. They won some epic matches against Fnatic, Na'Vi, DD, but so far today they've had a little bit of trouble getting their feet under them.
Yeah, we'll see how they do up against Power Rangers. Power Rangers, a team that we both like, I believe. A team that makes a lot of stuff happen on the map, and I'm really hoping that they can pull something off here, because in terms of scores, they're not doing too well. They have got 4 games played so far. They've got 2 wins, 2 losses. Of course, you have to take into account that one of those wins is a free win up against Cupid Red Pandas that dropped from Star Series.
That everybody gets.
So in a way, they only really won 1 game. So I'm hoping that they can pull something together here and can get themselves a couple of extra points. And VirtusPro, they're still standing on top of the list, even if they have had indeed a bit of a rough spot. They've only lost 1 game. They've got 8 games played. Mousesports is on their tail though, with the same kind of stats in terms of only 1 game lost, and they only have 6 games played, so they're still having a chance to catch up and beat VirtusPro to that #1 place. But we'll see how that's gonna continue. We'll see if VirtusPro can keep their spot for now, because Power Rangers is looking to take it away from them, or at least to make it a little bit more difficult for them.
Yeah, Power Rangers, unfortunately, quite a bit penalized by the fact that everybody was given the win against Cupid, because if Cupid had managed to take out, 1 or 2 teams, or had a few wins, Power Rangers would have had the advantage, because they actually had their Cupid game very early in the season, and they did win that one. It was a very weird game, featuring one of the least or weirdest level 1 Roshans ever, basically. But Power Rangers, I just like that they're unpredictable. I like that they bring a lot to the table, and frankly, I think that they're a pretty strong team that, they're kind of underrated just because they can surprise you. They can suddenly come out with some big plays.
Yeah, and unorthodox plays as well. I mean, I haven't often seen a solo mid-wisp being played.
Right.
By anybody else but Power Ranger, not a dominant one like Cat has played before, and multiple times before as well. They're not going to have the chance today, though. The ban was there for themselves. Actually, they banned it out themselves together with a Lone Druid, with a Nature's Prophet and a Life Stealer getting banned out as well, leaving the Bat Rider once again in the pool. VirtusPro made that their first pickup, and then Power Rangers replied with a Shadow Demon that is countering that Bat Rider. Of course, a disruption to make sure that the last 2 target is not going to go die.
Yep.
And the Clockwork picked up as well, so a strong multifunctional hero.
Power Rangers really like this Shadow Demon. It's a hero that they pick up a lot. Kot will be playing this SD. We saw him play quite well on it yesterday. He was 1-1-13, I believe, which is a great record. For Shadow Demon, the real question is, if you look at something like different Shadow Demon players, always look at how many deaths. If you can avoid dying as Shadow Demon, it's a big deal, because he has no natural escape mechanism. He only disrupts himself, which just delays the inevitable. It's a good pickup against Bat Rider. It's a pickup that they like. And VP, I mean, pretty standard lineups for both teams here so far, honestly. VP just picking up overall good heroes. The Rubik for NS, we're still looking to see what sort of hero they pick up for Arsart. Rubik suggests something like a Leshrac or a Lena, but there could be something more unorthodox as well.
Yeah, they have a lot of possibilities for them. And hello, Slark. Now, we saw Slark yesterday. And it was with Power Rangers, was it not? No, yes.
It was, but they had JRB.
They had JRB? Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. But this time they'll try it out themselves. I mean, it worked yesterday.
It worked. So he went 20-2.
Yes. It was pretty dominant. So they're gonna try it out for themselves. Make it someone else's signature hero. ZXC will obviously, probably play that one. I say obviously, but we don't know that for sure. And it will be interesting to see how he does on that. If he can can maybe keep up with JRB as we saw yesterday. We have gotten the Shrek, Queen of Pain, Keeper of Light, all banned out for VirtusPro, so some supports and still a Queen of Pain, indicating that maybe they're expecting still another solo lane and an aggressive tri lane from Power Rangers. With the wow, the Disruptor once again banned out against VirtusPro, knowing that VirtusPro likes to play that one, and a Puck and a Darkseer there as well, so 2 solo heroes banned out for by Power Rangers for VirtusPro.
And just taking out that tricky little disruptor that VP sometimes uses to really put a lot of pressure on you. But Darkseer banned, this is a hero that they've been going to again and again and again on KSI in the last few days. So Power Rangers doing their homework, taking out some of these, I mean really doing their homework, they're taking out some of the most popular heroes that VP has been playing in the last week or two. But we're going to see Skywrath, so this is getting very interesting. I'm actually interested by VP's Queen of Pain ban, since I think more likely than not we would have seen this Slark mid. But maybe the reason they took the Queen of Pain out is because they knew they were going to Skywrath, and I've never seen the Skywrath Slark matchup, but I'm not exactly sure who's favored there. It feels like it should be Skywrath.
I think so too. He is so dominant on the lane just purely by spammable skills. I mean, Slark, he should be able to hold his own. I think he should be able to at least avoid dying. And at level 6, he might be able to get something up the Skywrath Mage as well, but it is not going to be an easy lane for him for sure. And the killing potential before level 6, I think for Slark is is not really possible at all. And Skywrath Mage does have that killing potential purely for his amount of spammable power and of course the long range on his spells as well. So we'll see how he'll deal with that one, because I'm thinking Slark Skywrath Mage will be the one. We know also that Skywrath Mage sometimes is played as support though, so this is definitely not saying that Skywrath Mage indeed is that solo mid. The potential for VirtusPro to run that Batrider mid is still definitely there.
I agree. They definitely could still run, instead of, so one option is Batrider solo safe, Skywrath mid, aggressive try. Another option is, and keep in mind they do have access to Lina still, if they want to put Arsard on that for an aggressive tri lane. They've got Gyrocopter, Rubik, Lina in the safe lane, Batrider jungle, Skywrath mid, Batrider mid, a tri lane, and then a hard lane hero. There's not that many high level off lane heroes still available in the pool, but there are some that they could definitely use. Or another jungler. There's a wealth of options that VP can go with, because of course they do like these high upside supports for Arsard, which are supports that if the game goes a little longer, they actually can contribute a lot of... Yep, so that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking the Skywrath in the Arsard Silencer position, where it's a hero who, in addition to having this good suite of abilities that they can use, also has the opportunity to just dominate by dealing huge amounts of damage. And adding the Templar Assassin basically means you see that tri-lane Batrider jungle and TA mid.
Yeah, that's not going to be an easy lane for Slark either, though. TA Slark. I mean, I think it should be fairly even in terms of staying alive. I don't think anybody really has killing potential. But Slark will have a tougher time getting those last hits out than the TA has, I think. Power Rangers do pick up the Luna, so that will be their carry for today.
So, I am actually kind of concerned about the TA Slark matchup for VP, because I'm pretty sure that after level 2, so starting at level 2, Dark Pact for Slark, I'm pretty sure immediately removes Refraction. Because the way that Dark Pact works is it's 10 mini pulses of damage. And there's a damage cutoff, so you know how Darkseer level 1 Ion Shell doesn't do anything to Refraction? So level 1 Dark...
Hello? Hello? Okay. I would guess level 1 Dark Pack doesn't get the refraction off, but other ones does. I have lost sound! That's not good. I will tell my co-caster, I don't hear you. I don't know why. I'm actually dropping frames. I was dropping frames. Just a few. And I don't have a mouse. Of course I don't have a mouse. So I need to restart my Dota, people. I'm very sorry that I'm gonna be having to do that. And I am just calling back. Let's call back. And hello? I have a lot of static. You're a bug. This call quality is really bad. Let's call again, so shall we? I'm restarting my donut in the meantime. Actually, no, I don't need that. It's already fixed. Look, I have a mouse again. Testing? Not good. Okay. Call me. Yes. Call me instead. Okay. So we have a pause anyway, so that's good. In the meantime, you still hear me, I hope. I hope yeah, you do. And if you don't, well, tough luck for you, because then you don't hear me. So, KSI will be playing the Bat Rider for this game. We'll have Airman up on the Gyrocopter, Tama Wild on the Templar Assassin, and NS Skywrath Mage, with the Arsart playing the Rubik. So Arsart on the Rubik, NS on the Skywrath Mage, well, reversed of what we were expecting actually from VirtusPro. We will see on the Radiant side, Power Rangers Moon will be playing his Luna. Mid lane Slark. The stream reset itself and that fixed it. That's cool. So that means that, hello people on the stream once again. I will say stream resets itself in 2 minutes. Sorry. But that fixes it and I hear you properly. So I guess there was maybe a hiccup in my interwebs.
Probably. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Blaze too one time. Like and Skype just wouldn't fix itself. It was very annoying. So I'm glad we did manage to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So I'm terrified for Tame Wild in this game, by the way. Like, he is going to have so little safe area on the map. There's 3 people on Power Rangers that can clear out Refraction incredibly quickly. The Venomancer, the Clockwork, and the Slark can all clear the Refraction with a use of 1 ability. I almost think Power Rangers have kind of overdone it. Like, they can dominate this Templar Assassin, but it's going to be harder to dominate the Skywrath and the Gyrocopter as well. Of course, we saw just how weak Gyro can be to a Slark if the Slark begins to snowball yesterday. And so the question will be, does ZXC have the same the same Slark ability that we saw in JRB yesterday? Yeah,
because that will be one to watch out for. We don't normally see him do that. Ooh, 50% one.
But 20. So this is a great stat because this is something we've seen. A few teams have been experimenting with Skywrath in the support role. So, for instance, Zenith in the Eastern scene, and I think a couple teams in the West. But yeah, as K-pop pointed out, the win rate is far, far lower, and there's just downsides to Skywrath, such as the fact that he wants levels. He's quite level dependent, more so than a lot of other supports are, which puts him into the category with a lot of supports that aren't popular for that reason. Like, nobody picks Dazzle, for instance, because he needs levels. And Skywrath needs levels almost as much as I would say Dazzle does. He has great upside for damage, but he has no hard lockdown. He has a good slow and he has a good silence, but nothing in the way of stuns. He's just a damage machine. Now, VP, they're a team that loves damage machines, and that's why they've drafted so many of them this game. But you could see the Skywrath, if he doesn't find levels, be like the Beastmaster last game and really struggle.
Yeah, and I think I already started going over the players before I actually dropped my stream. So I think we should do that just again, just to make sure people know who's playing what. So for VirtusPro, it's Illidan Storm Ranger, Airman playing the Gyrocopter. Arsart will be playing the Rubik this game with, of course, Tame Wild, as already mentioned, in that Templar Assassin solo mid role, who seems to be having maybe soon a tough time, as Cat's actually, no, he's just stacking, so that's fine. And the pounds missed. It will be KSI on the Bat Rider on the bottom lane. And I'll leave Power Rangers for you.
Sure. So, Go Power Rangers, the Belarus team seeking to take out a huge upset here against VP. We have Moon in the bottom lane as the carry, Luna. Then we have... I'm gonna hate this. And then we have Luna on the Venomancer. I'm just gonna refer to him as Venomancer. I mean, it's Luna, so it's the Russian word for moon, but still. He's playing the Venomancer. Their other support, of course, is Kot on the Shadow Demon, one of his most popular heroes. I think his most played hero, actually. And then ZXC in the middle on the Slark, now leveling his rank 1 Dark Pact. I really want to see rank 2 Dark Pact at level 5. I was talking about that when our Skype broke.
Yeah.
And then Cheshire Cat, solo lane, Clockwork.
Yeah, I did, I mean, it was during that explanation that you actually dropped, so I did manage to explain it afterwards. But yeah, that is something I actually have to admit I didn't know. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. So far, Tame Wild doesn't have any refraction to begin with because he doesn't have the mana. He does have a bottle being brought towards him, I believe, though. Yes, he does. So he will be having some mana soon again. As ZXC is sitting on 12 to 6, but 6 denies is quite a lot. But 6 denies also, I mean, they're exactly even. Now 13 for 6 up on the TA.
fine performance for both. Slark here going for a slightly less high pressure early. It's more of a grind you out and try to deny you some last hits. Every time he hits TA with the Essence Shift, of course, he takes away a little bit of her stats. But the flip side is here, I don't actually know. I think maybe a second rank of Dark Pact instead of the early Essence Shift could have done more work just because he would be able to pressure the TA very heavily and maybe even go for a kill, which right now he's not actually able to. Of course, if they rotate over the Shadow Demon and Veno, that's a dead TA unquestionably, and VP may or may not see it coming. They've got a good ward placed here that gives them some vision.
Yeah, for now it seems like we're gonna have a
Cheshire
wraparound
Cat.
gank though, yeah. He is in a lot of trouble, already silenced up, telekinesis, and dead. There he goes. First blood goes to Arsart, because he is like, I don't know, he seems to be always getting the kills. Doesn't matter
They do
how
give
he
him...
is.
They allow him to take a lot of kills. That's a decent record, 52% since Arsart. But yeah, they frequently allow Arsart, even when he's on hard support heroes, to take some kills, make sure that he can farm. He is the 4, with NS playing the 5, so usually. So it makes sense to give him a little bit more of that farming opportunity. Allocate the ability for Arsart to actually get some of his critical support items. And this is a tough lane for Cheshire Cat. I'm actually surprised it took him this long to die, simply because there's so much stuff VP can do to him. The silence, of course, preventing him from casting cogs, and the lift, even if he gets the cogs off.
Yeah, it really helped that for a long time we actually had Shadow Demon and Venomancer standing around him, or, well, just behind him, making sure he got those early levels, and that allowed him to just stay on the lane and actually be level 5 right now, which is very high. Of course, you can compare him to KSI. KSI is level 5 as well, but he is in the jungle. That's the difference or deal. Normally, a Clockwork wouldn't level that fast if he's up against a Trilon, and we have KSI, by the way. He's going to be almost level 6 after this stack is done.
Yeah, KSI getting everything up very quickly. He'll have his Tranquil Boots. See, Tame My Wild needs that bottle, because right now he's actually in tremendous danger until the bottle comes. It looks like Zixi wants to die, but the courier's coming so soon that it's probably not worth it, yeah. The bottle's here to help Tame My Wild regenerate. Now up to 3 refraction charges, just trying to live through that Slark damage, and honestly he's doing quite well. This is still more or less a very, very even lane between ZXC and Tame My Wild.
Yeah, the one difference that we could see though, I mean, level 6 is actually now up on KSI, so if he gets a good lasso in, he might be able to make something happen here. Yeah, Courier is going to be retrieving the empty bottle from Tame My Wild. In the meantime, we do have a smoke up. It is Arsart and a Nest smoked up, looking for that mid lane. If you can catch out that ZXC before... Well, I was going to say before it's level 6, but of course he's already almost at level 7, so I'm not quite sure what they are expecting. And do they have anything to spot him out with? Nope, and that's why they don't stick around mid. They go bottom. They want to try to go for someone else. It is going to be Kat that already sees KSI there. There should be a lasso, and there it is. Down to the tower with you. TP incoming from also Airman, and Kat will drop. That's another kill going away VirtusPro. But Kat being there did allow the rest of Power Rangers to actually walk back and allowing that Luna to be safe. And with Luna, I actually mean Moon. Whoa.
Yes, Moon on the Luna. It's just the player playing the Luna. I mean, it's no surprise that Power Rangers have a propensity for playing this hero, given that they apparently have 2 people with the exact same name in 2 different languages, and this is one of their more popular carries to play. Yeah. But interesting that this Luna actually went Midas first, so this is a rare pickup for this hero. It seems like they want to just out-carry the Gyrocopter, which actually to some extent Luna is capable of doing. She doesn't scale with Rapier as well, but other than that, she can actually do more damage than the Gyrocopter if she's able to sort of effectively out-farm him. And so far they have about equal last hits, and so the Midas is going to generate that net worth advantage over time.
Very true. In the meantime, we have got supports for Power Rangers. That is a level 4 almost up for the Venomancer Luna. Level 2 still for Kat though, that's a bit of trouble for him. We do have a level 4 up on the Rubik. We've got NS sitting at level 4 as well. And we have got Cheshire Cat in a lot of trouble. He pops his cog, so it should be enough. The telekinesis is still there, but no mana up on the gyro should mean that Cheshire Cat will live. But yeah, actually, those support levels.
Yeah. Really excellent cogs positioning on Cheshire Cat there really helped him survive as well. One thing that VP are doing that I like is now KSI, he actually went into the Radiant jungle and ruined some of their creep stacking. So he cleared out a lot of the stacks that they were reserving for Luna to be able to level quicker. Actually, meanwhile, we have a fight in the middle. Zixi silenced down.
Yeah, the double damage room for ZXT is gonna be helping him taking down Tamer well, but Tamer well, he looks to be able to get away. There's a pounce, though, it misses. Needs one more hit, can't get the job done, gets slowed, and no kill happened. This was, in the end, a 3 versus 1 engagement. The supports came in from Power Rangers. But because it was a counter gank instantly done by VirtusPro, they were also aiming to gank. They couldn't get anything done, not even with that double damage tune of ZXT. And I think the disruption actually kinda wasn't really helping the case.
It didn't help that much, and also I just think he's not being aggressive enough. I actually think that kill on Take My Wild was pretty easy there, but you had the Slark turn and try to kill NS on Skyrath while the other two heroes still tried to fight TA from the low ground. I think he could have easily, he could have dove under the tier 1 tower, killed, and still got out. I just feel like Zixie's playing a little more passively than you really need to play on Slark. If you don't get those kills as Slark early, you're just not tremendously useful. And yeah, the stat, just, people on Twitch were asking for the stat readout. No, they might catch Tame My Wild here, actually. They
yeah, the hook shot is in. Tame My Wild stuck on the tower, meld damage going on Cheshire Cat. He should be able to get away, though. And it is ZXC that's in a lot of trouble. Gets silenced out, won't go down, and VirtusPro hide behind their tower because the entire squad of Power Rangers is sitting in front of it.
Yeah, they're not landing the pounces, which I think is a huge problem right now. With the pounce, that's an easy kill. Without the pounce, you don't. It's not really useful. You do have Moon continuing to farm up with his Midas, and so that's good news. But ZXC's just not getting it done on Slark.
Nope. That's one of the differences that we saw from yesterday. Of course, I mean, you have to remember that if you have got that experience, if you can, you know, if you've played so many Slark games that GRB has done, then you know exactly what you can and cannot hit. And ZXC might not be as experienced yet, but he is going to go for it. There's a pounce from right behind it, hit. Cooldown's still going to come down though, but doesn't really do that much apart from slowing it. Actually, the slow seems to be enough. Ha! The flare!
Okay, good that they got the flare. It felt like he cancelled an auto attack somewhere in there, actually, which is a serious mistake as well. But it's okay, they get the kill on the carry. Now you look at the net worth. Luna, obviously some of this is hidden up in that Midas, but this Luna's getting very big. He's level 8, and he's, actually so is Airman, but he's gonna have his next item soon. He gets completely caught out, though. Completely caught out.
The blink of KSI done as well. Moon trying to run for his life, but he is so slow right now, and the sticky napalm stacks not helping either, but the disruption might buy him enough time to get away. One more hit needed. Nope. They're not gonna get it, and it's Skyrath Mage that goes down. And Luna actually thinking about coming back, thinking about going for Arsart here. Arsart getting chased down, and the Pounds will get the kill this time. And the run. The run from KSI, he is running for his life right now. He's got 4 stacks, 5 stacks of Shadow Poison. It is level 2 Shadow Poison, it is not enough. But the flare, oh wow. With the flare it might have actually been enough, but no. Close.
With the 6th stack it would have done it, but unfortunately not. Luna there, actually really smart from Moon. Once he saw that VP were too far away to actually kill him, he went in to try to pick up the AoE gold and the AoE experience that you get if somebody dies in a 1,000 unit radius. 1,200 units in the next thing, I think. Actually, no, it's 1,200 units. So he sat back and got the AoE gold and XP for NS's death. He did not get it for Arsart's death, but still, it was a smart play.
Very nice, and I mean, he was almost as good as that there. That was a surprise smoke from 3 heroes of VirtusPro with the blink being used for the first time on KSI. And they didn't get a kill. They almost got it, but they actually lost 2 of their heroes. Not really something that you're gonna be happy with. And right now Power Rangers in a pretty good position, to be fair. They do have that Templar Assassin to worry about though, because I'm kind of thinking that Tamer Wild will soon be trying to menace more around the map rather than just the mid lane. And of course the Gyrocopter, he's still farming even though he just died. He's not doing bad either.
They're doing good. The only hero that's really struggling for Power Rangers is the hard support Shadow Demon. He has had to take one for the team a couple times. They used a lasso on him. And as a result, he's only level 3. But Shadow Demon, if you have to have one person to be super low level on this team, it's okay for it to be the Shadow Demon. He's just a disruption bot, which is still a pretty useful hero, hilariously enough.
Yeah, I mean, with the disruption, indeed, I mean, the duration is gonna be the same. The only trouble is that you actually stay alive while you're out in the field, so to speak. And he's probably trying to get some levels, not sure where he's gonna aim for, because he is actually roaming a bit left and right, and he might try to defend the top tower, because that is where Airman is free farming and is actually looking to take it down. You should be. This tower almost going to be in deny range soon, so someone has to stick around there to try and get that deny. And Cut now getting that experience, so that's great. But we have 4 heroes of VirtusPro in the mid lane, and this calls for a Shadow Demon mid because there's going to be a Blink Lasso, and the disruption needs to be there if it hits.
Or the Shadow Demon needs to be there to take the lasso right into his face.
Or that. Or that. Oh, KSI. Ooh, close. He was close to scouting out that Shadow Demon right there. Tower goes down, no deny coming out for Power Rangers, and that is also the tower top going down. The TP was still in though, and there's the hookshot as well. Can they do something? There's no cogs. There are cogs now. If he locks him in. No, he locks him out. Close, but no cigar. And the TP is now coming from VirtusPro.
You can see that VP.
Yeah.
I don't think they can.
They're not going to chase. They're not going to chase.
Actually, oh, he misses the pounce again on Tame My Wild, unfortunately. And Zixi actually with no pounce. This is a pretty bad situation. Just defensively using the Venomancer ultimate. Actually, they did end up picking Cheshire Cat off in the end. Nice work there. But they're going to maybe get Tame My Wild. They lack damage, frankly. Slark is doing almost nothing as far as damage.
Yeah, this is such a big difference from the Slark that we saw yesterday, though. Like yesterday, he had boots for my shield and this, and he was able to just dominate it. And right now we don't see that just the same. So the clockwork still goes down in the end. They were able to chase him down. Nobody dies in the mid lane, and that was 4 heroes used for that. And of course also the ulti from the Venomancer. That was his first ulti. He just got level 6, but not able to make it work for his team. In the meantime, Moon has picked up some drums. Got 900 gold in the bank. Happily farming, I guess. Not really in any rush for now.
Yeah, interesting build, by the way, for NS here. He's gone the no damage Skywrath Mage build. I haven't seen this very frequently, frankly. Oh, we totally missed a kill, by the way. They caught out the Veno. Veno is so difficult to actually walk away from fights with because of his slow movement speed. That nice kill for VP, so they're really taking control, giving free farm to Airman, which is great for them. He has gone early home with the Dominator, which is a build geared to sort of take out these big jungle stacks and get him ahead of the Luna again, so it counteracts the Midas somewhat. Both of them going for BKB at the same time, and you can see Moonlight is getting very quick GPM on the Luna as a result of picking up the Midas, but so is Airman. I mean, he's starting to build up that gold purse as well by clearing out these Ancients. And that's what it comes down to very late, is Gyro versus Luna duels. The possibility of TA or Slark just completely taking control of this game is already kind of gone. Neither of them is going to just blow things up.
Yeah, in the meantime, we do have a lasso. ZXC is the one that they want, and a Mystic Flare. That's gonna be a kill, or it should be. It might not be, though. If he can get himself a... No, he can't. So that silence would have ended. He could have popped his invis, and he might have been able to run, but no. KSI secures the kill. Nice combination with a lasso into a Mystic Flare.
Yeah. That is the one ability that NS has that will actually deal a reasonable amount of damage, and that's great. They
bottom lane Moon. Yep. Moon goes down, hook shot. It only hits a creep. Maybe Cheshire Cat can do something, but he gets locked inside his own cogs, and he'll go down. That's 4 heroes across the map, because Luna was here on this top lane as well. On his Venomancer.
TA helping a lot.
Yeah.
Overwrites the Venomancer slow, so he still moves at max movement speed even if they slow him. Really bad for Power Rangers. I mean, both obviously bad, and just the fact that it signals the total map control that VP are displaying simply with good rotation and movement. They're just kind of outclassing Power Rangers in terms of where they can be on the map.
Yeah, and they took a tower in return for it as well. We now have all tier 1 towers down on the side of Power Rangers, with only 1 down on the side of VirtusPro themselves, and right now they're not looking in the position that they're actually going to lose more towers. Disruption is going to be there up on Tame My Wild. Can they take him down? Venom's ulti popping as well. Cooldown though, slowing down Luna. Look at the damage. He pops the smoke, but he goes down anyway with the Lucent Beam stolen by Arsart. Illidan will go down. Eclipse pop by Moon. And Lasso misses, because the Dark Pact nicely cancelled by the Dark Pact from ZXC. It's a 1-for-2 trade, a support for a carry, 2 supports for a carry even. Not too bad, especially not if they can get more, which they do, because the Lucent Beam still kills off the TA. And this is a landed pounce and a kill. Can they get more? This is a great comeback from Power Rangers, and they're looking for NS. The pounce hits this time as well, and the hook shot as well. And that's another kill, double kill for ZXC, and all of a sudden 1 hero left on the run. It is KSI once again. He has got the gem though, so he is the most important one to get away, I would think.
finally signs of life from Power Rangers, and the fact that they did go this "we go faster than you" build means that they have to have fights like that. Like, just stand your ground, and then when VP try to retreat, catch them. They have so many catching heroes. They have Slark, who can chase with Shadow Dance, making him move very, very fast. They have Luna, who's gone phase boots on top of her high base movement speed. With drums and phase, he's moving at 465 units. And they have Venomancer for slows. They have to to take advantage of all this movement speed, they have to be chasing VP, and that was actually the first fight in which you saw that chase. It was effective, and I'd love to see more of that if they want to take this game out.
Yeah, the only downside for them, I guess, is that they didn't get anything in return for it. They couldn't take a tower, couldn't take Roche or something like that, so no extra control. But they do make sure that VirtusPro knows that Power Rangers have got this fighting spirit, so they'll be more careful next time, and that will work in Power Rangers' advantage for sure. But me talking about people being careful leads to me seeing VirtusPro going into the Radiant Jungle once again. We do have Cheshire Cat being there by himself, but I think he's going to be having some tough times because he finds Arsart, he finds an S, and he has a Mystic Flare in the face. And that's going to be another kill going the way of VirtusPro, as we have the Gyro, or Airman rather, picking up the BKB. And that is a cooldown. GXC pounds himself away, still also has the Shadow Dance, so should be just fine.
Yeah, this Rubik Skywrath roaming is just a disaster for Clockwork because he can't get away from it when they lead with the Ancient Seal. They Ancient Seal him, they lift him with telekinesis, and he's dead. There is no way he survives that because that's 600 damage, and then it nullifies his base resistance and gives him more damage because of the 36% increase from the Ancient Seal. So it's just an amount of damage that he has no way to live through when you add Fate Bolt on top of that. Once level 2 comes in, they'll be even more effective at these dual roam ganks that VP loves. I mean, they love using their supports to roam and pick off the number 3 or the number 2 hero on the other team. And they've been doing that all game. Cheshire Cat, 4 deaths.
Yeah, that's not a fun game for a Clockwork to be in. They're holding on though. They're smoking up, and they're looking for action. They're gonna be walking through a lot of Dire wards, so Dire will think that they're safe. Well, they actually aren't. But then again, who are they gonna find? We see the map. They don't. And we see that they're so far just running into nothingness. Maybe they can try to pick off a kill on TA or an S. Just killing off an S wouldn't really be worth it. Just killing off TA would be nicely worth it. But they are gonna have to deal with almost the entire team of VirtusPro. Oh, and they are in a clutch space. The cooldown will come down, and the Mystic Flare cut already dead before it begins. Lasso on the BK beat Moon. There goes the Venom, still pops his ulti, but down he goes. 4 steps away from the Bat Rider, and actually that Eclipse able to pick off Arsart. They do get a kill on the backside, but this is not worth it. And Moon running for his life. I'm constantly saying Luna and Moon, and it confuses so much. Can they not change their names? I should just say Venomancer the whole time rather than Luna.
Yeah, just say Venomancer and Luna, IMO, yeah. I mean, very bad smoke gank, honestly. They had less vision of their own jungle than VP had of their jungle, and VP effectively clustering up and just dealing the damage back. That's the thing with this Mystic Flare. PR had this incredibly flimsy team when you come right down to it. The survivability of these heroes is very low. Luna, I mean, no Akala. He has the drums, but he has phase boots rather than treads or tranquils. He doesn't have that great survivability. Shadow Demon, famously poor survivability. Veno as well. As long as VP can bring some damage, they can blow up these heroes so fast. Yeah, they're going to try to get Team My Wild again.
Team My Wild is going to be a needed target. The cooldown comes down though. This time getting dodged, nicely done, as they do take down ZXC in the end. That is not somewhere where you would want to be. But they actually get the Bat Rider in return, and Tamar Wild gets away. Dust is now worn out as well. That's 4 for 4 left inside this Radiant Jungle. So I ended up following the fight where actually nobody ended up dying, but the Bat Rider fight against Slark was able to get a kill, but the gem was on the floor. Who took it? It's actually still in the hands of an S. So
yeah, it's
VirtusPro still has their own. Oh,
Moon is dead.
Disruption, but that's only delay of execution. He can try to turn. No, he can't. I was gonna say he can maybe try to turn on BKB and run, but or TP, but that would be too much damage. That all of a sudden no longer an even fight.
simply too low going into the disruption. And even though he has this 9.0, Cod is dead as well, no question. Just at this point, they're just getting popped like grapes. VP, they don't even need Skywrath to have this high amount of arcane bolt damage to just destroy people extremely quickly. Interesting Mantis style pickup for Take My Wild as well. Some non-traditional item choices going on in this game, but this does give him amazing base movement speed. It's this ability to counter chase or to get away from Power Rangers' movement speed that is really useful for VP this game, in addition to Treads giving you, you know, a little more attack speed. You can see that this this TA is actually attacking very fast for less damage, but very quickly.
Yeah, I like this build. And it fits in the situation that they're in right now, because they are way ahead. They have never really been that far behind in the first place, but they are about 10k gold in their favor, over 10k experience even in their favor as well, and they will take down Roshan. And I mean, why go for extra survivability or burst, but you already have enough to begin with?
Power Rangers really haven't been able to leverage the early Luna Midas into a sustained item advantage. He's died twice, they have not gotten any ancient stacks cleared out as far as I know. And he has good net worth considering that, but it's just Midas, Phase Boots, BKB, nothing else really of consequence for Power Rangers on this hard carry that they need to do a lot, because again, Slark didn't snowball, he didn't dominate the early game, and he's just building defensive now, BKB. I like the BKB pickup, honestly. It's a good pickup, but no more damage.
Yeah, we do have a fight starting for Roshan. They pick up the Venomancer with the lasso. Mystic Flare actually misses, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. In the meantime, Gyro having a man fight here with the Luna hookshot in. Hits on 2. And the Eclipse going through as well. And Ness taking a lot of damage from that, but nobody
Eclipse
really
stolen.
dying it. Eclipse stolen. Arsart. Look at everybody melt apart from VirtusPro. They still have a lot of people up, actually everybody. They just have half HP bars. But they pick up everybody, almost. Moon and Clock staying alive, but on very low HP.
Yeah, a huge teamfight win for VP. They pick up the Roshan, obviously the Aegis, going to Airman, who's now working towards his MKB, and he's won this race now, you can safely say, over Luna. Even with the Midas, the early Helm of the Dominator, the more diligent ancient stacking that VP did versus what Power Rangers were doing, means that Airman is now simply out-damaging, outlasting, outplaying what Power Rangers are able to bring to the table. They really needed to try to pressure him earlier. And yeah, we've got about, 25 minutes now. We'll have the Aegis just after 30 minutes expire, but I think VP can probably high ground in that time, frankly. I'm not sure how Power Rangers defend a concerted high ground push.
No, 70 seconds without that Eclipse. And to be fair, I mean, art style, wow, did I really just say that? Yes, Arsart, he actually has got the Eclipse as well, so that won't even be that much of a factor, the one for Power Rangers that is. And it is indeed very tough to defend. They do have okay turtle heroes though. They've got some wards being placed up by the Venomancer. The only downside is Venomancer himself dies in mere seconds, as they do scout out where the entire VirtusPro team is. I mean, will they just go head on? I think they can, actually. I think they are going to.
They can. I mean, just look at the HP of these two supports, Venomancer and Shadow Demon, and then look at the auto attack damage of Gyrocopter, and they're going to get hit by 6 hits of Flat Cannon, and they're not going to live through 6 hits of Flat Cannon. They simply won't.
No, it is. It's really, I mean, a result of those two heroes is not getting anything done. They were sticking around in the top lane for a while, not getting any experience, because they wanted to have Cheshire Cat to have that experience. But they couldn't get anything done either. The VirtusPro has just taken down the outer tower so far, though. They take down the tier 2 top without really going for the tier 2 mid just yet. So they basically make a fake advance on the mid lane, where the entire ward army was placed, and they decide to go on the lane where no wards are. They'll go top and go to the tier 3 there as well.
Arsart has had a huge game too. Keep in mind he's still hanging on to the Eclipse. He's gotten amazing steals this game. Not to mention he's actually managed to pick up a Blink Dagger off the last team fight. He was actually planning to go BKB, I think, but instead, because he had 2,000 gold, you know, just lying around on Rubik, he decided to pick up that quick blink, and that'll make his steals even more pinpoint when they've already been very strong. He's taken Pounce several times, which is an excellent spell for Rubik. I mean, it gives him basically half a Blink Dagger. And now Eclipse, I mean, this could just be very...
The pounce misses, and he gets silenced. There's a Mystic Flare not doing that much because the BKB was there. ZXC not able to do anything this fight so far. Maybe able to pick up Illidan, actually taking a lot of damage, but he does have that Aegis. Luna will go down on his Venomancer. There indeed goes the Aegis. In the meantime though, Ines got burned to death as well by this Moon playing his Luna. Cogs will make sure that nobody else chases, so they do get killed in return there. Oh, Blink Calypse. He'll go down for it. Will people be able to pick them off? We have got Illidan coming in again. Picking up Cheshire Cat, want to go for ZXC, but he pounces himself away, so in the end, still getting a kill after Arsart's suicide. Oh, there's the Lasso Moon. He is the target they want, and they get him too, and this is gonna be a tier 3. And maybe even ZXC. He pounces, it helps, but his HP only 80. 80 HP is left. Has to go back to base. But
that's Gyrocopter for you, right? Like, they lasso the Luna gets lassoed and brought over to the tower, and Gyrocopter's like, I'll just attack the tower, and he still kills the Luna just by attacking the tower with Flak Cannon up and pressing Q. And Power Rangers, honestly, the early fight, I didn't think VP executed as well as they could have. Arsart couldn't find the ideal opportunity to use, so he just sort of sat at the fringes of the fight, not stealing any other spells. And so VP had a very slow start. The BKB Slark made its debut. He was able to run right through the Mystic Flare and not really worry about the damage that NS was dishing out at all. Skywrath, of course, a hero that really runs face first into BKB on the opposing team. If they're not damaged by your abilities, you have nothing else as Skywrath.
Yeah, and he died fairly fast as well.
Yeah. But, I mean, VP still end up taking the fight is the thing, just because they're able to outlast at this point, using their accrued advantage. Like, a 5v5 that lasts more than 20 seconds is not a fight that PR can last through.
You know, and I'm quite surprised that VirtusPro didn't try to go on high ground. I mean, they do take down the outer tower and then back off. I mean, I guess that's because of the Aegis was burned. He did pick up an MKB then, the Gyrocopter Airman that is. When with the MKB, he still has 2300 gold left. So maybe they want to wait until they have some more bigger items. Or until they once again pick up some new heroes on the map. And then try to go in after that one, knowing that the fight will be 4-on-5 instead of 5-on-5.
They did use the Aegis, it's going to be up in about 5 minutes, but they have enough damage and they have the wards. Like, they still know if Power Rangers try to go to the Ancient. They still know if Power Rangers pass through this corridor down here in their jungle. And that gives ZP both the timing and the knowledge to get the pickoffs at any time that they're actually comfortable going and killing them. Now with the Daedalus added on TMW, just the damage that they can deal to these squishy heroes of Power Rangers is devastating, really.
Yeah, and they're just gonna power through. They're just gonna go bottom. They are making no secret that they are actually here. We do have KSI and NS maybe hiding in the back a bit, and KSI not showing himself just yet, but I guess they are aware where they are. We see the drawing on the map. It is, of course, a drawing from Cat. He draws, like, there in our jungle, and he is absolutely on point.
One of the things about Power Rangers' overall strategy is they have this higher movement speed approach, but I don't know how robust this strategy is in the face of a team that can just build Blink Dagger on a lot of its heroes. Like, you can move very quickly, you can run fast, but if the other team can just blink and CC you, it doesn't matter how fast you run, you're just going to be utterly controlled and locked down. And only one fight this entire game have Power Rangers actually been able to utilize that whole run faster than the other team idea.
Yeah, they were able to get that, get the max out of that. That was awesome. But you have to like have the Drow Ranger effect, kind of, I want to call it, because I mean you have to be afraid of the hero that is chasing you if you want to if you want to actually run, and then you know if your opponent team can just run faster than you, then you can't run. But if you're not afraid of your enemy team, they can't do anything to you, and that's what VirtusPro is. I mean, they're not afraid. They know exactly what they can and cannot do, no doubt about it, and they're not going to be sent on the run for Power Rangers for now.
I'm still kind of confused at Power Rangers as, oh, we're gonna have a fight.
Oh, they find Cheshire Cat, the cogs are there. It is Arsart that's already taking a lot of damage and goes down though. BKB's turn on Cheshire Cat, Disruption help him keep alive. In the meantime, ZXC misses a pounce, wants to go for Airman Steel, Rock Mirage and Lasso. And now no BKB anymore, and ZXC, he dies, but as does Airman, because in comes Moon with the double kill. Flame Break will hold him up and that's for a little while, but here comes the chase. Bad Rider from the high ground, there's no lasso, but the fear of the Bad Rider forces Moon back anyway, and that's a 2-for-1 trade, 3-for-1 trade rather, where they get Airman, but they do lose 3 heroes in return, of which of course ZXC, the main one.
I believe it was a 3-for-2 trade, and they got the buyback from Arsart.
They do, yes, you're right.
They killed the Rubik, he bought back. That's actually not bad. And bringing down Airman while keeping your carry alive is something that they critically need. Luna did pick up a little bit of additional XP and gold from that fight. I really wish that some of these low impact supports from Power Rangers were spending a little more time stacking these Ancients for Luna. I feel like they've allowed a Midas first Luna to just get completely out-farmed, and as a result he's just not that intimidating anymore, except when he has Eclipse, which is not for 80 seconds.
Yep, and it's not even that unique because we know that Arsart is ready with that spell steal button.
Right.
They do take the tier 3 tower for free, nothing else though. Power Rangers, well, they got back alive, and VirtusPro, they don't really seem to want to force the issue just yet. They do have another lasso up, but they want to take down Roshan perhaps first, because he'll be up in just a minute.
Yeah, so Roshan coming up soon. VP want to secure it. They're just sort of, I don't know, do they not time this? This is like the second or third time today that I've seen them come in roughly 1 minute early checking Roche. Like, not just shopping, like checking it. That's a little weird. You'd expect teams to have a pretty clear timer of that, but that's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. The fact is VP have amazing vision. They understand what's going on. Basically, this entire lane and over the pit, and Venomancer's dead. No question.
It's such a brave little thing. He tried to ward when they know that when he knows that they have a gem. Like, I'm not sure if it's actually a brave little thing or a stupid little thing, but it's you know.
Well,
brave.
you know what Juggernaut says.
What does he say?
There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity.
Yeah, that's so true. We have a Satanic up on Airman, by the way, so he is pretty decked out right now. I have to say, the TA still higher on net worth than Airman right now, as we have got also Mantisau up on the Luna.
Yeah, Tamar Wild has farmed a lot. Now with Desolator, he actually provides quite a bit of additional pushing power, so they can clear out Rexes incredibly quickly. And Roshan, for that matter, would die in a blink of an eye if Tamar Wild were actually there. Even without him, he'll die in an okay time, and they don't really need to kill him too fast, because again, the vision situation is so completely dominant that PR can't possibly approach. It's this gem doing work here. They're clearing out any wards that Power Rangers tries to put down.
Yeah, they've got the control of the map, and we see also that Power Rangers, they're forced to go to the top half of the map. ZXC farming on the top lane, actually pretty ballsy for him, but he knows that Roshan was just taken out, so he feels pretty secure. Picked himself up a Sanj, so I'm gonna expect a Halberd just to make sure that maybe at least one of the those hard-hitting targets will be without a weapon for a moment, so that you can at least, you know, maybe save your supports or save yourself if you need to. If you hit it up on the gyrocopter. But yeah, that's the only place they can fly. He lives
they
actually.
find Tamar Wild. Maybe.
Yeah, the
oh
hook
no,
shot,
they
the
didn't.
cocks don't hit, but the pounds does or should. Tamar Wild though, oh my god.
Yeah.
And they run. Yeah, that
So
happened.
that's a thing. Yeah. That's what happens when a level 13 Clockwork attempts to fight a level 21, 20,000 net worth TA.
Yeah, and the
That's
Slark is
not-
level 16.
That probably is the strongest enemy he's grappled with.
Whoa.
And there goes Venomancer. They're like hors d'oeuvres right now for VP. They just pop them in their mouth and forget about them in 5 seconds. These heroes, they don't even spend more than half a second on alive.
No. And Tamar Wild gets forced back though. He gets attacked by his own illusions, and they actually do a lot of damage. Look at that.
The best hero for VP is now this level 8-9 Shadow Demon,
Level
just
9.
because he's able to provide 40% illusion damage of Tamar Wild, basically.
It's such a shame that he hasn't leveled it higher, but I'm not sure what they could do with it now either. Cat gets a silence, Flame Break, just harassment though. Set of Rex is already gone. VirtusPro just took the second set. Oh, hook shot in. Cheshire Cat gets a telekinesis and a Mystic Flare.
Yes,
Here comes the Eclipse once again. Moon though, he gets stuck in the last two and for the duration of this BKB. Venomancer goes down, Slark goes down, Moon goes down. And that is the GG well played coming out of Power Rangers. VirtusPro put another win in the books.
Yeah, just very clinical by VP. Right from the beginning, they were showing just really vastly superior movement is what this game comes down to, in my opinion. The roaming from the VP supports, excellent, positioning their heroes in ways to really punish Power Rangers, and in fact, their movement and positioning was so good that the fact that almost every Power Rangers hero was faster didn't matter. That's how you know you're getting out-positioned, when you move faster than the enemy team, and somehow they're always in the right place ahead of you. That shouldn't happen in that situation, but it did due to excellent execution from VirtusPro.
Yeah, as we see everybody continuously farming the jungle.
And there you go, 8-1. So that's more than halfway through VirtusPro's season, and right now they're looking like one of the absolute strongest playoff contenders in Season 6.
Very true. Still second place is Mousesports at the moment, with Na'Vi chasing them. I have to just point out that Na'Vi, of course, will be in China by the time that the finals happen. So, not quite sure yet what is going to be the deal there, but I'm sure we're going to be finding out closer to the date.
Australia server.
So,
US West. US West.
oh, they need to be in Kiev though, don't they?
Oh, right, it's LAN.
It's LAN, that's right.
It's maybe they'd make the trip over, honestly. It depends on which teams make the LAN finals, I feel. If I would not pass up, even if I'm boot camping in China, the generic I, because I will never boot camp in China. I feel like the chance to get really like LAN experience against teams like Alliance, VirtusPro shortly before the International 3 is almost as useful as another couple days in China, honestly. If they have the budget, I think they'd go for it.
Well, we'll find out in due time. We have got another game coming up. It is Power Rangers once again, looking to take a win from StarLadder, because we'll see them. StarLadder, a team that is not having the best of times in StarLadder so far, but I'm kind of rooting for them purely because I really like the team. So
I'm rooting for both.
Oh.
I have no preference because they're both really fun new teams that I think have a lot of upside potential.
But Power Rangers is not new.
They're newish.
They've been around for ages.
Like what, 4 months? That's not that long.
No. I've casted Power Rangers before TI2.
Wow, really? The same team? Cheshire Cat, Cod,
Not with the same players.
Okay.
Exactly. But some. The things that ZXC has been in there. Anyways.
Alright.
Yeah, we are jumping ourselves over to the next game. Whoa.
That's actually a fun post-game stat. Tame Wow with the third highest GPM performance in Dota 2 tournaments.
Which is quite surprising, because he wasn't that dominating in terms of kills, but he was just farming really much.
He was farming, and Slark did nothing to stop that. I actually think there are a lot of mistakes made by ZXC's Slark. Slark is still a new hero in the metagame, and he's so fiddly and weird. Like, he has multiple unique mechanics. Like, Pounce, his leap works differently from almost everybody else's similar abilities. His Dark Pact is completely unique. His Shadow Dance mechanic is unique. He's a hero who it's going to take a long time for people to really plumb the depths of strategy on this hero. But in this game, I felt that he could have taken a far more aggressive posture, leveled Dark Pact level 2 earlier, and just sought to like blow up Refraction every time it even came up. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, it was a bit of off play, especially compared to yesterday. GRB, of course. I mean, yeah. We'll see Power Rangers once again, though. Let's see if they're going to pick up another Slark or if they decide to go for the Stolo Midwisp. We can only hope. Stick around for more StarLadder action in just a moment.